This is the story of a 38-year-old salaryman who has become bored with his life. Because of that, he starts playing a game. In this game, his name is Earth, and he makes himself look very young. And when it's time to choose skills, Earth chooses the worst possible skill because he considers himself the main character. That's why he wants to stay away from the crowd. His skills are things like boss and medicine. Medicine is completely useless to him because you can get medicines from stores. Kick also can't do anything, and wind magic is terrible for him because the wind magic ends up backfiring on him. After choosing 6 useless skills out of 10, he logs into the game. Earth chose this game because inside it, he can do all kinds of work. However, as soon as he enters, no one respects him. A big player kicks him, humiliates him, and walks away. But Earth doesn't care at all. Then he goes to the training hall to train, and there his archery skills turn out to be terrible. After hitting the target 100 times, he only manages to hit it 5 times. After training, Earth's level reaches 5. Because of that, he decides to go hunting outside, but there are too many people there. So Earth uses his long-distance vision to collect herbs. Then, while sitting, he collects information about the herb. Because of that, his level increases to 3. He even finds an herb that can cause death by suffocation. After that, Earth buys all the ingredients and some equipment from the store to make medicine and potion. After making many potions, his medicine level reaches 7. However, no one will buy these potions because they are available at very cheap prices in stores. So Earth goes hunting again. Luckily, there aren't many people this time, and he encounters a rabbit. But Earth's first arrow, Misesso, the rabbit, attacks him. But Earth injures it with his second arrow. Still, the rabbit attacks again, so Earth defeats it using his kicks. Just then, 2 people appear. Oni is Wei, and the other is Millie. Wei laughs at Earth a lot because his fighting style is so strange. Both of them have come to form a partnership with Earth. They give him their contact and invitation and leave. Then Earth continues hunting. Hiding, he defeats another rabbit using his wind magic. Then he remembers that he can attack stealthily too, because of his snake skill. Using that skill, he defeats another rabbit. Then his day off begins, so he goes to sleep since he has work in the morning. Now once again, Earth is in the game, and he doesn't like his breakfast at all because it's cheap and tasteless. So Earth decides to make his own breakfast. His first steak doesn't turn out well, so the second time, he combines the steak with herbs in a new way. This time, it's better than before. To improve it even more, he boils the steak first, then cooks it again. This time, the aroma of the steak attracts many people who come to Earth because they want to eat it and are willing to pay. Earth tells them a high price, but they still agree, so he starts making steaks. After selling many steaks, Earth starts making a bow. After a little effort, his bow is ready. Then he buys new armor and checks his stat, finding that his cooking level has become very high. After securing his potion, he goes hunting again, and using his vision, he first defeats a wolf. Then, one by one, he defeats many other monsters, collecting many items. Because of this hunt, every one of his skills levels up again. Then he returns to his potion shop and sees that everyone is asking for medicine. Find out what's going on. Earth asks Wei. He learns that no one can buy potions from the store anymore. But since Earth can make potions, he won't have any trouble. However, others overhear this, so now everyone wants potions from Earth. He names a very high price, hoping he won't buy, but everyone agrees. To help Earth, Millie and Wei come too. So Earth ends up selling potions to everyone. After making many potions, he realizes he's run out of herbs, so he tells everyone he'll make more tomorrow. Everyone agrees, except one person in a golden suit. The man in the golden suit demands more potions by force, but Earth says, "Don't force me or you'll regret it," because others are getting angry at the golden suit man's behavior. Still, he doesn't stop and challenges Earth to a fight. Earth accepts. As soon as the fight starts, Earth uses his skills and defeats the golden suit man badly. His companions take him away. After that, Earth tells everyone that he'll reopen his store tomorrow. After playing the game, the real Earth is tired, so he returns to work. Many days pass, and the game has changed a little. Now medicine is no longer considered a useless skill because of the shortage of medicines in stores. Now Earth logs into the game again. As soon as he enters, he meets Wei. Turns out to be the master of a guild named Blue Color. The guild members introduce themselves. The first is Nora, who fights using a short sword. Earth was about to say something, but Wei warns him not to say anything like, "There's nothing ahead of you." The second is Ray, a tanker who uses a one-handed axe and shield in battle. The last is Kazmi, a swordsman who uses magic swords in battle. After introducing himself, Earth was about to say what weapon but Nora interrupts, saying she already knows he's an archer. Everyone knows this because they saw his battle. After observing the team, Earth points out that there are 4 fighters, 1 mage and himself, an archer, so the party isn't well balanced. But Nora says Millie can use more than one element, and Nora herself can use healing magic. Then Earth asks Ray Rage what their mission for today. Rage says they're going to hunt a wild bear. Earth says wild bears are strong, but they insist they're powerful enough to defeat one. Earth wonders where their confidence comes from. They reply, because you're with us. Earth explains that he's never fought a wild bear before, and that wild bears are very fast, but no one listens to it. Everyone listens to Wei, who says, after the fight, Earth will cook a delicious meal for us. Filled with energy, Wei and the others head out, but Earth isn't feeling energetic. In the forest, using his vision, Earth spots that the bears move in groups, but one of them is alone. Seeing Earth's visibility skills, Kazmin says they're lucky to have him. Then Millie boosts Wei's power, and Earth says, I'll attack the bear alone using stealth. He shoots an arrow, and it's a direct hit. However, the bear gets furious and attacks, but Rage steps forward to block. From Earth's observation, we learn that monsters have a hidden ability showing who they're angry at. And because Rage has strong defense, he's drawn the monster's attention to protect the others. Earth prepares to attack from hiding. Rage takes heavy damage, but gets healed by Millie. Then Nora charges forward with her knife and short sword, but fails to stab. Even Wei and Kazmin's attacks don't work. Then Millie uses her fire spell, but even that doesn't kill the monster. Rage taunts it again, while Nora keeps healing him. Now everyone starts to feel they made a big mistake fighting this bear. Meanwhile, Earth realizes he must do something fast. Using his 30 years of life experience, he aims at the bear's head and fires. The arrow hits, but the bear still doesn't die. Everyone panics and freezes in fear. Earth then uses his wind magic to move forward and lands a kick. Millie simultaneously launches a fire spell. Because of these combined attacks, the bear finally goes down. Nora says the battle was tough. Wei admits he underestimated the bear and overestimated himself. Then Earth says, don't worry, I've made a new dish, which excites everyone since they've been waiting for this moment. Earth makes wolf kebab. Everyone loves it and praises him a lot. But Wei isn't happy because he only got store-bought bread. Seeing that, Earth gives him a kebab too, making him happy. Millie asks, isn't this recipe expensive? Earth replies, no, but you can't buy it. When asked why, Earth says, it's an unspoken rule among crafters. We don't trade recipes. When they ask why, Earth explains, because making a recipe takes a lot of effort and money. That's why we keep them secret. And even if two people make the same recipe, the quality will differ. Nora realizes that even if she got the recipe, she couldn't make a kebab of the same quality. So she says, from now on, Earth will cook good food for us at cheap prices. That's why he's in our team. Everyone's happy. Though Earth isn't, he can't do anything. Then everyone sends him a friend request, which Earth accepts, and thus he becomes a member of their party. However, he isn't happy at all, because his plan was to travel alone, not join a party. And his condition is bad, because just a minute earlier, he had encountered an N and had to fight, and that's why he's exhausted. He had died in the game. That's why he had to return to the town. Along with that, he also received a message about a new update. The message was about a major update called the Fairy Ball. This update would bring many new skills and some new crafting ability. Also, fairies would assist players. And during his heavy penalty period, Earth had learned blacksmith. With its help, he decided to make arrows powerful enough to defeat even those hands. Earth made several arrows, each with a different design and unique power. Then, to make his kicks stronger and safer, he designed a new kind of shoe. After working hard and improving his product, his shoe turned out perfect. When people around him saw the shoe design, they teased him, but also praised his creativity. Later, Earth went to the market, where a man praised his shoe. He then bought a boost ring from him. It's revealed that Earth's archery level had reached 30. Now, he could make 3 types of bows. The first one was for short range, but since Earth wasn't a short-range fighter, that wasn't suitable. The second was for long range, but it took too much time, so Earth decided to make a hunting bow, as that would benefit him most. As he began a person asked what he was crafting. Earth replied, a bow. The man found its design very unique. After several hours of work, Earth pleated his bow an X-type compound hunting bow. He felt immense power within it, thanked his old bow for helping him through his journey. Now it was time to test his new bow. In the forest, he found an ant separated from its group. Earth first used Arrow Twister, then fired a piercing arrow right after. Because of that, the ant was defeated. After defeating it, Earth felt that his revenge was complete. Carried the ant's exoskeleton, knowing it could be used to make light armor. Then an announcement was made. The fairy ball was about to begin. In the first half, everyone had to form a contract with a fairy. A crystal appeared before Earth. He hoped to get a wind fairy. Seeing the clear surround, he started the contract ritual, but the crystal broke and nothing came out. That meant he had failed to make a contract. Everyone else got their own fairy. Seeing that, Earth became very sad. But Millie encouraged him, saying, "Don't worry, there will be a second half." She also told him that his crystal hadn't completely vanished, meaning he still had one more chance. That made him happy. However, Millie was angry that all the fairies seemed to like Earth so much. Meanwhile, Earth was happy that he still had another chance. Now, under the warm sunlight, Earth relaxed under a tree. He mentioned that for some reason, the fairies had been behaving very kindly toward him lately. He even started playing with one. It was revealed that his level had increased greatly. Because of that, Earth could now learn specialized skill. He thought that if he got new skills, his fighting style would completely change. Now he stood in front of a dungeon, ready for a new dungeon trip. Wearing his new shoes, Earth entered the dungeon. As he walked, thought about how much he had loved dungeons since child. Feeling of moving through darkness always thrilled. After moving deeper for a long time, a spider demon appeared before him. But Earth wasn't afraid at all. He readied his bow and began the fight. He attacked with arrows, then used wind magic. But the spider demon still didn't die. The spider jumped toward Earth, but before it could land, Earth jumped on top. Though he hit his head on the dungeon's roof, he used his kick skill to defeat the spider. Then a darkness fairy appeared, showing Earth the way forward. Following the fairy, he passed through difficult paths and found a secret door. And see, inside, he discovered an old ring. After taking it, he thanked the fairy. Then an announcement came. The second half was ready, the fairy battle tournament. Everyone gathered, and a message appeared. Now your fairies will evolve. This will happen through one-on-one battles with opponents. You cannot fight the same opponent repeatedly. The top 16 players will qualify for a special tournament, and winners will receive amazing prizes. Not only that, there will be many other features added in this update. Players can distinguish themselves by earning a title based on their fighting style. Those who failed to form contracts with fairies will get another chance through these one-on-one battles to restore their crystal. Fairies will now behave differently according to their identity. Finally, fairy tournament battle will begin soon. Visit the site for more information. After the announcement, Earth noticed everyone was excited. He was excited too, but also worried. He wondered if this would actually work, since many players weren't good at one-on-one battle. Earth hoped that those who couldn't fight wouldn't be targeted. Then Rage told Earth not to worry, because those who were crafting masters and didn't fight could report challenges to their guild. That meant anyone who challenged them would have to fight the entire guild, so non-fighters were safe. Then Earth learned that a new town had been discovered, town of Nexia, and he decided to go there. Black told him that most people going there were planning to do one-on-one fights. Earth asked Black if he would fight. Black said that made Earth happy, and he thought there were many ways to enjoy a tournament. When Earth stepped outside, people stared at him, saying he had a rare title. Earth checked and found his title was Fairy Player. Because of this title, fairies would naturally like. Also, this title couldn't be unequipped, so people were impressed, but Earth felt embarrassed because everyone could see his title. He also knew that if he participated in a one-on-one battle, that's why he began challenging, or rather, requesting battle. Girl finally accepted. Her name was Rona, a member of the same guild. She wanted to meet Earth because she used martial art, and when she learned Earth also used kick, she was eager to see him. But before Earth could speak, a parrot spirit appeared and said something, then closed the system, declaring it wouldn't fight Earth like this. That made everyone believe Earth really did have the title. However, Earth still wanted to fight one-on-one, so he kept requesting others, but no spirit wanted to fight him. While Earth was crafting something, he received a call from Rona. She wanted some advice, and Earth already knew her problem. He told her, "Your spirit isn't eating, right? Because it only wants to eat food made by me." He knew this because half the spirits on the server wanted the same thing. All this happened because once Earth had helped someone by feeding their spirit, and since then, everyone wanted his food for their spirits. Though Earth wasn't happy about it, he had to keep doing it, and Rona helped. As they talked, others also began cooking for their fairy. So Earth had some free time and wondered what to do. Then Rona invited, "Why don't you come with me to see the new town?" Earth agreed and went with her. There, one-on-one battles were happening, but they both noticed something strange about a wolf spirit. When the match began, Parrot Spirit's user attacked, but when the wolf spirit's commander gave it an order, the wolf refused to obey. Then Parrot used thunder, instantly defeating the wolf's commander. After the battle, Rona asked Earth, why didn't the fairy listen to its commander? Earth replied, that person is a slave fairy user. Slave fairy users are those who mistreat their fairy. The commander was about to hit his fairy when Earth noticed something was about to happen. Earth explained that he had seen a slave fairy user once before. You don't treat your fairy well and even abuse it. If you do that, you'll have to battle your own fairy. And if you lose against your fairy contract will end, and all your memories related to your fairy will disappear. However, that wolf spirit user seems to know all of this. That's why he never fights his wolf fairy. After explaining many things to Earth, he logs out of the game since he has been playing for a long time. Thinking about some players, Earth leaves the game. Later, when he logs back in, the wolf fairy's owner asks Earth for help. Earth asks, why were you behaving so meanly with your fairy? The fairy fairy owner says, because I didn't know how to behave with a fairy. He had seen videos where players treated their fairies like circus animals, so he did the same. He even beat his fairy so that it would obey. The fairy owner asks Earth for advice on how to treat his fairy properly. Earth replies, you don't need to do much. Just start treating your fairy like your friend. Be kind, eat together, go on adventures together, and rest together when you're tired. He adds, you can even share meals with it. Hearing that, the fairy owner says, you're safe. Can you make something to eat? This makes Earth angry, but still he cooks a dish and gives it to him. The fairy owner shares that food with his fairy, and after feeding it, he becomes much closer to his fairy and thanks Earth before leaving. After he leaves, Silver appears. Silver wants to talk to Earth private, somewhere without many people. They go inside a house. Earth feels that Silver must be a great person, surely. He's fought in many battles and looks like an experienced player. Silver sits down and says, I won't take much of your time. Have you ever heard of someone named Glad? Earth says no. Silver explains, I've heard rumors that Glad is targeting players who have the fairy black type. I think he might come after you next. Earth asks, who exactly is Glad? Silver replies, he used to be a member of my team. His behavior was strange, but he was a very skilled player. Because he acted differently, he bothered up. In the last event, he failed to form a contract with a fairy. His attitude towards teammates was odd, so I kicked him out. Then Silver summons his light Valkyria spirit and says, whenever I tried to make Glad feel better, he felt worse. I heard that Glad has now contracted with a darkness fairy, but even after that, he keeps troubling others and challenging them to battles. Earth feels that even after getting a fairy, Glad still wants revenge for his humiliation. Because of this, Silver warns Earth to be careful, especially of Glad. He also says, I'll face Glad first and try to make him realize his mistake. After saying this, Silver leaves, and Earth says he'll take care of himself. Later, Earth goes hunting, since during hunts, no one can challenge him to one-on-one duels. First, he shoots an arrow into a bear's head. When the bear charges toward him, Earth uses his mirror arrow, and then his hunter's skill. With a kick, he defeats the bear. He wins, but feels exhausted, saying it was tough. His level increases, and he enhances his kicking power. Now working inside a dungeon, Earth searches for materials to make light armor. While working, he finds an explosive ore and puts it in his bag. It's very powerful, so it must be kept safe. Then Earth visits Black to continue his blacksmithing. He plans to make a twisted blade dagger. It's not easy. It takes him the entire night and then another full day of work, but finally, he completes it. After finishing that, he goes to a formula store's basement to work on the explosive ore. There, he mixes 3 chemicals that function like bombs. One test fails, but chemical B explodes successfully, so he names it Hell Mine Oil, useful against monsters. When he tests chemical C, it produces heavy smoke. He realizes it can burn enemies. Then he starts hunting again, using chemical C first. After firing arrows, using his whip and powerful kicks, he defeats another bear. Because of this hunt, his hunting bow skill level rises to 50, unlocking a new attack called Glatoning Arrow. So, his wind magic level also reaches 50, unlocking another. Testing his new skills, Earth finds that he can now shoot much faster and jump farther using wind magic. While shopping at a store, he hears an announcement. There will now be scoring in 1v1 fairy PvP battles. At that moment, Earth meets Wei and Millie. They say they probably can't join the tournament, but Earth assures them, don't worry, we can. Then the list of chosen players is shown. Both Silver and Glad are participating. Earth gets excited because he knows how tense their relationship is. The battles begin, and a lady announcer introduces each match. Using his long-distance vision, Earth notices 2 girls with the same fairy black title as him. The first match starts. Both players are at very high levels, making the fight intense. One by one, the matches finish until it's time for Silver versus Glad. They exchange threats before the match. Glad rushes at Silver and strikes him. Their spirits also attack, causing an explosion. Silver uses his light Valkyria's move, but Glad dodges with wind magic. Earth realizes Glad can also use wind magic. Then Glad uses his grass move to defeat Silver, and the announcer declares Glad the winner. Meanwhile, Wei thinks both were incredibly powerful. Earth knows Glad won because he craves victory too much. After the battle, Glad's spirit evolves into a girl. She tells him, I don't want to be with you anymore. She reveals the true purpose of the tournament, to choose a leader who can command all fairies. Spirits aren't warlike creatures, she says, but we fight to understand humans. We need a leader who understands us too. Glad accuses her. So you were using me until you evolved and now you're leaving? She replies, yes. Our contract was to defeat that old man. You did that. It's over. Glad says, so I meant nothing to you? She answers, that's right. I used you as a tool just as you used me. I'm destined to become the fairy. The fairy queen says, this life may be a game for you humans, but for us, It's real. Millie feels that the Fairy Queen might not be AI, but a real person. The Fairy Queen offers Glad a reward. I'll give you more money than the winner's prize, and you can contract with a new fairy as strong as me. Glad refuses. So she says, if you can really defeat, do it, and I'll become your contracted fairy. Glad, unwilling to back down, accepts. The Fairy Queen starts with Earthquake, then Fire Lance, followed by Wind Magic and other spells. All hit Glad, but he still survives. She shocks him and uses High Explosion, yet he doesn't fall. Then she uses Swistena Lumina, a lightning move. Even after all this, Glad survives with only 1 GP left before finally admitting defeat. After that, the spirits summon Silver, and the Fairy Queen calls 3 people with the Fairy Black title, including 2 girls. She evolves their spirits and tells Earth, "You'll fight me next." The Fairy Queen seems happy about it. Earth, confused, asks why. She explains, "Since you didn't participate in any battle, I'll fight you as a reward." She'll also grant Earth some powers, and if he wins, he'll gain even more. Meanwhile, a few people, possibly the game's developers, are watching him. As the match is about to begin, Earth thinks hard about how to defeat the Fairy Queen. He doubts he can win because of her immense power. He regrets choosing such useless skills. His chances are low. He decides, I can't win by fair play. I'll have to cheat. The fight begins. Earth uses Slide Charge first, then fires an arrow with 70% of his power. The Fairy Queen blocks it with Wind Cutter. He realizes that his 70% power can match her Wind Cutter attack. Then she uses Fire Lance, but he manages to strike her with his arrow. The Fairy Queen senses danger and rushes forward when she sees Earth using a potion, but it's not a potion, it's poison gas. She gets trapped. Earth then uses a fire potion to cause a blast and readies his arrow behind her. The Fairy Queen says, "These kinds of items should be banned." Earth replies, "Humans are weak. We use items to defeat stronger opponents." She traps him with walls, but he uses Snake and hides. She can't sense him anymore. When she moves forward to attack, he ambushes her using Hunter, knocks her down with Slide Charge, and then uses Glattening Arrow, Mirror Arrow, and 2 Fang Arrow, followed by Wind Booster and a powerful kick, finally defeating the Fairy Queen, and thus Earth wins.